They found the tent torn open from the inside. But then, why were all the hikers outside, half-dressed, in -30 degrees Celsius? This wasn't an avalanche. This was something else. Something that made strong, experienced hikers cut their own tent open and flee into the frozen night without clothes. And what they found months later would turn this tragedy into one of the most terrifying unsolved mysteries of the 20th century. February 1, 1959. The Ural Mountains, Russia. 9 experienced hikers set up camp on the slopes of Kholat-Syakhl, a name that translates to Dead Mountain in the local Montsi language. They had planned to reach the summit, but that night, something went horribly wrong. The search party found the tent collapsed under snow, but the cuts were from the inside. The hikers had escaped, leaving behind their boots, jackets, and even a camera. Footprints led downhill, but they were barefoot and wearing only socks and pajamas. As the search expanded, the bodies were discovered one by one. Some were found frozen, some had massive internal injuries without external wounds, and one had her tongue missing. But the most shocking discovery was that several of the bodies had high levels of radiation. And the orange-tinted skin on some victims suggested exposure to an unknown force. Scientists were baffled. The official investigation concluded that a compelling natural force had caused the deaths, and the case was sealed for decades. But here's where it gets even darker. In 2019, the Russian government reopened the case and declared that an avalanche was the cause. But experts point out that the injuries don't match an avalanche. The hikers had fractured skulls, broken ribs, but no external bleeding, the sign of a blast wave, not a snow slide. And the missing tongue? That's the kind of mutilation seen in cases of scavenging animals, but why would they only take the tongue? And why would the hikers have fled the tent in such a panic that they forgot their clothes? Some believe it was a secret Soviet weapons test. Others whisper of UFOs. And the most disturbing theory involves a top-secret experiment with infrasound, sound waves so low they can induce panic and fear. Could a weaponized infrasound have driven them mad, forcing them to tear open their tent and run into the deadly cold? The evidence points to something we still don't understand. And the truth, buried deep in classified files, may be even more terrifying than we can imagine. This wasn't a simple accident. This was a warning from a mystery that still chills us to the bone.